to be able to serve with all of you on the Coast Guard and Maritime Transportation Subcommittee. I look forward to the work that we'll do together this term. The U.S. maritime industry is essential to ensuring long-term stability and security for our country, from supporting commerce within our own waters to providing aid to our security efforts abroad. The U.S. maritime industry is a critical element of our economic and military power. However, the maritime industry's strength is not guaranteed, and American dominance at sea is currently being challenged and threatened. And we face numerous challenges that we have to address. In order to combat these challenges, it's imperative, I believe, that the Maritime Administration issue the National Maritime Strategy, which is years overdue. Admiral Busby, without a national maritime strategy, it's my belief that Congress does not have all the tools that we need to best support the U.S. maritime industry and ensure long-term competitiveness for U.S. flag vessels. I understand that no timeline has been established for the release of the report. GAO has recommended that a timeline be established. Can you give us an update on the progress of developing the National Maritime Strategy and when we might expect to see it? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the question. And if I may, Congress has extended our deadline for the report to February of 2020. So technically, we're not late under the new extension, and obviously, we're striving mightily to make sure we deliver products by then. I would agree with you wholeheartedly that a National Maritime Transportation Strategy is really vital for all of us in the industry to be able to stack hands along with Congress to have a common way forward and agreed way forward. The strategy is currently in routing with the administration. Part of the delay was to ensure that our strategy meshed up and is coordinated well with the National Defense Strategy and National Security Strategy, because they're all complementary and they really need to be in sync with one another. So that's what's going on right now with the strategy.
So that's early 2020.
February of 2020.
February
yes,
20.
Sir.
Thank you. And Admiral Nadeau? That'll work, sir. Okay. Admiral. First name Rear, last name Admiral. As you know, Chairman DeFazio referenced
like an army
to the President signing the executive order last week to help bolster the military to mariner program. I did arrive late at the hearing. Perhaps you've spoken to it. Can you talk to me a little bit about the program and how many military members and veterans have received credentials under this program? And I understand that the pool of credentialed mariners is declining. How many credentialed mariners are there, and is that number, in fact, decreasing?
Yes, sir. Thanks for the question. We point out that we currently have about 200,000 credentialed mariners. How many of those are active? It's difficult for us to say. Our system is not set up to track, and I think we know that we need a better way to track and support the needs of MARAD so they can know who's available and what it's their availability and when could they serve. We have been working on this for some time. We use recommendations from our advisory committee, MERPAC, to help us establish the right way to move forward and give us advice and recommendations to not just the Coast Guard, but to all the services, to how we can best take the training and education and mirror that to the international standards so they can get credit for the experience and the training they receive. We have about, we believe, our system is not set up to track how many veterans or people coming with military service, but we kind of added an ad hoc system. We started in 2016, and to date, I want to say it's about 2,000 folks that we know had military service that have now transitioned and have a actual credential that they're using. And we've done a lot of things along the way to make that easier, including transcriptive sea service, where they can easily map their time and credit that towards their credential.
So I would just say that if accurate tracking of mariners is important, then be sure to make the appropriate requests of Congress how we can support you in more accurately tracking the mariners that are active.
Yes, sir.
I yield back, Mr. Chairman.